Just a quick one, guys, before we get into today's video. We do have a lot of Rangers t-shirts available on our website. Do browse the collection by going to either rfcclothing.com or going down into the link in the description. Let's get into today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so in today's video, we've got a few talking points to discuss with you. A bit of transfer news, as you can see there in the title. We've also got a Tom Lawrence update and a bit more news regarding the potential exitees, those being Alfredo Morelos and Ryan Kent. So I'll leave that one at the end. I know a lot of you guys are sick of hearing about them, but as I say, some people are interested on their next moves, so I'll leave that story till right at the end. Let's go through the Tom Lawrence update first. Look, Tom Lawrence is one of them players that actually this season was probably the player that probably impressed me the most. Obviously, Malik Tillman played the majority of the season, but when Tom Lawrence came into the team, it was a signing that I didn't really get that excited about when it was announced. However, really did make an impression on me. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Played a pivotal part in us getting to the Champions League and, of course, in that win over PSV Eindhoven. But at the end of August, picked up an injury. Was only supposed to be out till sort of November time or out till the World Cup. And then just more things happened and he just stayed on the sidelines for a long period of time. And basically, we've not seen him for the whole of the campaign. And, of course, Michael Beale did confirm back in January or February that he would be out for the rest of the season as he was going under surgery. However, as I said, there is a bit of an update with regards to Tom Lawrence. And, yeah, sorry if I'm looking down my phone. I'm just going to be reading it out. And this is what Michael Beale had to say about him, and then of course it provided an update with regards to his timescale of his return. Basically, he said, Tom will be a very important player for us. He is a player that I hadn't had, and Gio Van Bronckhorst didn't have a long period either. He has been a lost. We lost key players, in my opinion, key athleticism in Joe Aribo, Calvin Bassey and Nathan Patterson for good money, but we lost key players. Leon Balogun was a big influence. Jermaine Defoe was a big influence. Helander Roof. We brought Lawrence in to be a big influence. He came in. He was an important signing and experienced member of the squad. He didn't come in to be a player for the future. He came to be a now player. Tom started the season ever so well. He was very important in the PSV games, for example. And then he got a horrific injury. He was on his way from that and had some complications from that. I expect him to be back probably a couple of weeks into pre-season, either at the same time as everybody else or a couple of weeks behind. But having said that, he needs to make up maybe 8 or 10 months. So we need to clean that up for sure. We need to have our strongest, oldest, most experienced players available more often next year, playing with a bit more consistency and a slightly tighter squad. And then we'll see where it takes us. The challenges will be the same. The pressure and the expectations are maybe going to be a little bit higher. It's an exciting time because it's a time of change and I'm going into a real optimism. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, with regards to Tom Lawrence. He's expected to be back at the start of pre-season. And yeah, should be a key player going into next season. Hopefully, this is the last of these injury problems. Believe it or not, he didn't have an injury before joining Rangers, but you know, we're used to the sort of crooks as of late. And we're constantly picking up or getting players who seem to just pick up injuries, especially last season. Hopefully that is a thing of the past. I don't want to see that many injuries again going into a new campaign. So as I said, Tom Lawrence will be absolutely key. However, look, that doesn't change proceedings going into the transfer window. We know that it's going to be very, very busy for Rangers. Loads of incomings, loads of outgoings. And basically, reports are stating that Rangers are eyeing or aim to have 5 transfers done before the end of the season. Reports, well, we already know Dujon Sterling, and maybe you sent an update last night, but I've already confirmed it. I'm that confident from my sources that is a done deal. Rangers have already agreed that one, and along with Kieran Dowell as well from Norwich. So there's 2 deals agreed, done already. And basically there's an update with regards to Jack Butland, and it's basically saying that deal is advanced. And as I say, that should go over the line. And say Butland wants to join Rangers. Rangers want Butland, and they're just trying to iron out a few bits and pieces. But that's nearly done. And Jack Butland should be a Rangers player by the end of the season. Again, that's another pre-contract agreement there. A lot of people looking at it, optimism. Jack Butland, maybe number one, and Robbie McCrory, both of them fighting for the jersey. I thought Robbie did a lot at the weekend in the games he's played in to stake a claim at being a Rangers number one goalkeeper. But you can't just go in there with a 25-year-old keeper. That's fairly still young for a keeper. So I'd rather be loaded in that position going into the next campaign, and you can rotate, see who's the best one, and then go. As I say, it's a risk-free appointment to Jack Butland. As I say, a free transfer. So yeah, I'm all up for that one. And basically, reports are stating that there's going to be another two that will likely join the football club before the end of the season. So in a couple of weeks' time, that should all be done. Basically, they're stating it could either be Austin Trusty, Nottingham Forest's Jonathan Panzo, or Morgan Whittaker. Obviously, Rangers were interested in Morgan Whittaker back in January, and they're stating that they could revisit that one and get that deal done before the end of the season. But that's all we have for you. Rangers are eyeing 5 signings over the next 3 weeks. 2 have already been done. 1 is very advanced, and the other 2, well, that remains to be seen. But very, very exciting stuff on that front. And now the news that people are sort of bored of, that's with regards to Alfredo Morelos from Ryan Kent, but this is Rangers news. They're still Rangers players, and I have a duty to keep you informed with regards to those. As I said previously, my sources tell me Ryan Kent has got 2 offers, well now he's got 3 offers on the table. Burnley, Club Bruges and Fenerbahce. But I've always stayed with that he's going to be a Club Bruges player. We'll see what comes in the summer, but I'm told that Club Bruges is very, very close. However, other reports are sort of diluting the Ryan Kent story. We'll see what happens there, by the way. I could be wrong for sure, but I've not said it's a done deal. But a lot of conflicting reports coming out basically stating that Fenerbahce have offered him a 3-year deal. He's set to earn mega money. And all the rest of it. But I just can't see a world where Ryan Kent goes to Turkey. I just can't, especially at the age of 26. His last big contract, especially with a Premier League club offer on the table, and then of course a Champions League regular, a team that competes for trophies year in and year out, also offering him a contract. I just can't see that. Unless money is his motivator, then maybe he could earn a lot more money in Turkey with Fenerbahce, but I still remain to that fact. But the latest update with him is that Fenerbahce have offered him a 3-year mega money deal. So that one remains to be seen. With regards to Alfredo, I don't really know what's happening with Alfredo, to be honest with you. Apparently he has a lot of offers on the table. In terms of the clubs, I absolutely have no idea who those clubs are. Some are stating there's a lot of Turkish clubs interested in him. There's some La Liga clubs interested in him and some Serie A clubs interested in him. I don't know. Probably Alfredo, looking at him, he'll probably end up going to Turkey. It seems like one of those situations where his peak was probably going to be at Rangers, but I can't see any Premier League clubs coming in for him or the rest of it. Maybe, as I said, he goes out to Turkey, maybe a Fenerbahce, Besiktas. But yeah, he'd probably do okay out there in that league. But yeah, that's all the updates I have for you with regards to those. But do let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. Do you reckon Tom Lawrence will make a big impact going into next season, firstly? And then secondly, do you want Jack Butland as the new Rangers #1 goalkeeper for next season? As I say, let me know your thoughts down there in the comments section below. That brings us to today's video. Please do smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Remember, we do have Rangers merchandise available on our website, so do browse the collection by going to rfcclothing.com or going down into the link in the description. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.